Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a journal flip through video for you. One of the things I want to do for 2020 is really delve into the world of like journals and planners and kind of experiment with different ones, I suppose, see what clicks with me, see what doesn't, and just, I don't know, like really start to compare them. I don't know, I just really want to be in a position where I know which journals offer different things so I can give solid recommendations to people. So this is one of hopefully many in the future. I don't know, we'll see how we go. This particular journal is from a company called MIDORI. It is a Japanese journal company. For me personally, MIDORI are famous for their traveler notebooks, which is those sort of leather bound notebooks. I'm sure if you Google it, you will see a million photos because there's a whole following behind it. It's very, very popular. I saw these last year. I didn't actually pick one up, and then I saw them again this year and decided I would give it a shot, see what it's like. Part of why I didn't get it last year is because I think they sold out really quickly as well, at least the cover I was looking for. So I picked this one up. I just love this particular cover. It really reminds me of Burberry for some reason, of the check and stuff. So yeah, let's get right into it. When you order it, it comes in a plastic sleeve. I took that out just so it doesn't reflect the camera. So the thing that stuck out for me for this particular cover is just, it looks like a wallet. Like when you don't, like if you hold it like this, and obviously you don't have this, it kind of looks like a wallet. I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see how this would work out because this one has a zip, which is really good for holding coins, and then I could put cards and stuff. I mean, I'll show you. So essentially, the journal has a button enclosure. There is a pocket here. In some of the photos, I think you can actually put your mobile phone in there. So this is one of my old iPhone 7s. This might not, oh, it does fit. The only thing it doesn't fit is because I do have this here. So if I took that out, it will probably fit the phone. So if I have just the phone on its own, I think you can actually store your phone there, which is really cool. Yeah, I've seen that in some of those photos, advertising photos, and it's right there too, duh. So I kind of like that. I thought that was pretty cool. So you could do that. There's a pocket up here. I don't think there's a pocket back here, but there is a zip here, which I'll get to later on. So when you open it up, I'm just going to take this label off, and you can see you have 4 card pockets here, so you can store any identification, anything, and then you have another pocket here as well. And then here, this is actually just a little piece of like, shows you how you can use your diary, like a pouch diary, in different ways. So you can always take a closer look at that if you're interested, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going to put that aside because I'm not really going to focus on it. It slides into the whole setup, very similar to the Hobonichi Techos. So you have another pocket here, and you've got a pen holder, and then here is a pretty big zipper pouch, and you've got this little extender here as well, so you could definitely put quite a few things here. I would think the only annoying thing is if you put coins in here and were like writing on this side, it might get bumpy. I don't know. See, this is why I really want to try it out and just see how would it play out. So let's get right into the actual journal. You've got your front page. Actually, I'll zoom you guys in a little bit just so it's a little bit, hopefully you can see. I just know in videos sometimes it's not always clear. You've got your full 2020 view, 2021 view, and then you've got your full 2020 year view. Personally, I would use this to mark out like public holidays, paydays, and holidays, or times I'm traveling. Those are things that I just like to see on a yearly basis, just so I can kind of plan my whole year out. And then we start with the monthly views. What I like about this journal is that it does start in October 2019, and I think it ends in like January or February 2021. So theoretically, I can actually start using this now, which I am tempted to actually take this to work. And let me pull this up so you can have a closer look. You'll notice that quite a bit of it is in Japanese because it is a Japanese journal. Personally, I just have a bit of a liking towards Japanese journals. No surprise there. So you've got the kanji for each of the days. And then just underneath each of the days, I hope you can see it, there's a little bit of kanji underneath. Those just kind of tell you in the Japanese culture, and I'm sure in a lot of Asian cultures as well, where some days are considered lucky, some days are not considered as lucky, and I'm not sure how the Japanese derive it. I think in Indian culture, and this is like, I could be totally wrong, I'm just going purely based on what my friends tell me. I think it's based off like readings of the stars or something like that. I'm not at all familiar with it, but I do know that some days are considered auspicious. So here, this is like a good luck day, but then this one here is considered a very unlucky day. So I suppose if you want to have like a wedding, or you want to do some sort of party or celebration or something important in your life, and if you believe this, of course, then you would do them on the lucky days and then try to avoid doing anything too major on the unlucky days. That's if you believe it or not. I think it's kind of cool that they have it all written down. It does make me wonder whether it's a very popular thing in Japan. Like, do many people believe this, or is it just more for convenience sake? I have no idea. And then you've got like certain holidays and weekends listed here as well. So the downside is that a lot of the holidays is going to be more aligned to the Japanese calendar. So like me, I live in Australia. A lot of these holidays are not applicable to me. It doesn't really matter because I just write in my own holidays anyways. So that's your monthly view, and it takes you right through the year of 2020. And I think we go up to, so we do have January. Okay, it just takes you to January for 2021. So ideally you would have purchased the following year's journal if you like this particular journal. Awesome. So now we go into the weekly views, and this is very traditional of the Midori inserts that they have for the traveler notebooks, but also the Hobonichi Techo weekly views. The setup is so similar, and for good reason. You've got one side where you've got your schedule, and then you've kind of got a random notes section. I would have probably preferred dot grid for this side, but to each their own. I think the majority of people prefer lined, and there's a very faint line that comes down here, so you can say write like your daily to-do lists or daily events or any appointments you have on one side, and then your checklists of things to do on the other side. It's up to you how you want to do it, but the divide there is try to divide your day up into two major categories of things to do. And then the whole journal just goes on every week. They've got the same setup. So you've got two ribbon bookmarks as well. And so, okay, I'm just gonna try and get to the end of the year. So you've got January as well, January. And then after the last week, you have some blank paper, which is great. This is a gift list, so you can write down gifts you plan to give, gifts you intend to receive. I guess if you receive them, you can put them down. That's why there's like to and from, name, date, and what the present is. I never thought of keeping track of presents. And then this is a health check calendar. I suppose if you want to mark down when you've last seen the dentist or blood work or anything, you can do that there. Address, phone numbers. I would never use this because I keep everything digital now for this sort of stuff. But it's kind of interesting to see. This is your own personal information. I guess if you ever do lose your journal, then someone can return it if they are so inclined to return it to you. ID, title, password. Okay, like honestly, I do not recommend you ever write your passwords down like this. Use a password app or something. This is really not the right way to do it. And this is coming from someone, I work in IT. That's like my day job. So technology, IT, that's my bread and butter. I would never recommend someone write down their password in real life. That's really dangerous. And then we have the subway system for Tokyo. And all the other major cities in Japan, which is really useful if you live in Japan, for sure. And I find this useful when I travel. Oh, and there's your personal information and your blood type, because you just never know. And that's pretty much the entire Midori pouch diary. I think that's what this one is called. I find it really interesting. I quite like it. I'll zoom you guys out just a little bit. And I'm definitely going to give this one a shot. I know that some of the journals that I'm going to be going through, I don't think I would I would try all of them more just to see how things work and whether I can recommend them to people, things like that. But as for something I use on the daily, this could be a potential. I don't know. I still love my bullet journal. I don't know. I get a lot of questions on how can you use so many journals? What he uses? I don't use all the journals in that I don't consistently use all of them. I might use one for a month or two and then decide it's not for me, or I like elements of it, so I'm going to move on to this one, or I incorporate those elements to my bullet journal. I'm just kind of I love to play around with journals, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video useful. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's any journals you guys want to check out but would rather I do a flip through first so you don't have to waste your money on it. I am more than happy to do that for you. So thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet.